Hello everyone. Welcome to the channel. Today, we are not going to talk about one famous hero, but about something we can all feel: the magic of friendship and shared dreams. Through the story of a simple conversation between friends, we will see how small ideas can grow into big adventures, and how laughter, courage, and teamwork can change everything. So get ready to enjoy a journey where every word, every plan, and every step takes us closer to the life we imagine. It was a golden afternoon, and three friends, Lucas, Anna, and Diego, met in a small cafe to plan their next great adventure. Lucas was excited, Anna had a notebook full of ideas, and Diego simply did what he did best: dream big. "Last year we went to the mountain and almost got lost," said Diego. "But we also made memories we never knew would be so important." Anna thought for a moment, and then took a sip of her coffee. "Yes, and we also saw amazing things. Do you remember when a group of tourists came running to us because they wanted to take a photo?" Lucas looked at the list of ideas and used a pen to mark the first one: travel to the sea. "This year we must find a place where we can give our best and tell a story that inspires." Anna worked all week on a map and had already called a local guide. "We can try surfing, ask the fishermen about their lives, and we needed to taste the local food," she said with enthusiasm. Diego, who always felt the adventurous spirit, left his chair back and put his feet on another. "What the last trip meant to me was to learn that we must keep exploring, let life surprise us, and begin without fear." But at that moment, something strange seemed to fill the air. Something helped everyone to talk less and turned their eyes toward the window. Outside, the sky became darker, and the wind started to sing through the streets. Anna opened the window and showed the others the horizon. Far away, a small boat brought fishermen back to the port. "That's exactly what I imagine," she said. "We can leave early in the morning, watch the sunrise, and live a day like the people here." Lucas began to write fast in his notebook. "We gave ourselves a promise to make every trip unforgettable. Last time we held hands at the mountaintop, and we heard the wind carry our voices. This time the sea will hear our dreams." Diego sat quietly, remembering how a fisherman once told him about storms and calm waters. When he spoke about the sea, "I understood that nature teaches more than any book," Diego wrote on a napkin. Anna kept smiling. "We just have to run after our dreams before they disappear. Last year we almost lost our chance, but we paid attention and continued forward." Lucas set the date in his calendar and learned that sometimes adventures start before the journey itself. And while the three friends changed small details of the plan, a feeling of destiny led them to believe that something magical was about to happen. The next morning, the city woke slowly. Lucas stood at his window and looked at the street. People walked with coffee in their hands, and children played before school. He remembered the first trip they ever took together. That day, they drove along the coast, they swam in the cold water, and they sang loud songs in the car. They felt free, like the world had no limits. Now, as he left his apartment, the morning air smelled like salt and adventure. He found Anna waiting near the bus stop. She held a small bag full of snacks and bought a ticket for the first bus to the port. "Where is Diego?" Lucas asked. Anna pointed to the corner. Diego was there trying to catch a bird with his camera. He took a photo, ran toward them, and showed the picture with a big smile. The three friends stood together, feeling like the day already gave them a gift. But deep inside, they knew the best moments were still waiting beyond the horizon. The bus left the city and moved toward the sea. Outside the window, fields turned into small villages, and villages became open roads. Anna told a funny story about the time they lost their way during a hiking trip. Lucas laughed so hard that he almost dropped his phone. Diego listened quietly, but smiled every time Anna spoke. Halfway there, the bus stopped at a small shop. They went inside, bought drinks, and met an old fisherman who gave them advice. Follow the sunset, and you will find the best view. Those words stayed in their minds as they sat back down. The road took them higher, and soon they saw the ocean, shining like liquid gold under the morning light. Lucas felt the same excitement he had when he was a child. He thought about how lucky they were to share this day. Diego caught his gaze and nodded, as if he could read his mind. The bus finally arrived at the port. The smell of the sea was strong, and the sound of waves called them to the next part of their adventure. They walked along the wooden pier, feeling the boards move under their feet. Boats rocked gently in the water, and seagulls flew overhead, cried loudly as if they wanted attention. Diego found a small stand that sold fresh seafood. "Let's eat before we go," he suggested. They all agreed and ordered grilled fish with lemon. The taste was perfect, and the smell reminded them of childhood summers. After lunch, a young captain invited them onto his boat. They paid for the trip, climbed aboard, and felt the wind grow stronger as the boat left the dock. The water shone under the bright sun. Anna took pictures of every wave, every bird, and every smile. Lucas gave her his phone too, so she could take some of him and Diego. As the boat moved further from shore, the city looked small behind them, and the horizon promised something greater ahead. The captain told them a story about a ship that sank many years ago near those waters. He pointed to a dark spot in the distance where the tragedy happened. The friends listened carefully, their eyes wide with curiosity. Suddenly, a group of dolphins appeared beside the boat. They jumped high, splashed water, and played in the waves. Everyone laughed and shouted with joy. Anna captured every moment with her camera. The boat turned slowly, heading towards a hidden cove. There, the captain let them swim. Diego dived first, and the cool water surprised him. Lucas and Anna joined quickly. Their laughter echoed against the rocks. When they finished, they climbed back on the boat, wet and smiling. The captain started the engine again, and the journey back to the port began as the sun lowered in the sky. On the way back, the air became cooler, and the sea looked golden under the evening light. The friends sat close together, enjoying the peaceful moment. They talked about their favorite parts of the day. Anna said the dolphins were the best surprise. Lucas thought the cove was like a secret paradise. Diego shared that the grilled fish tasted better than anything he had in months. The captain smiled and nodded. He explained that not many people visited this part of the coast, and that's why it remained so beautiful. As the port came into view, the city lights started to shine. The friends realized their adventure was almost over. But in their hearts, the memories already lived like treasures. The boat finally reached the dock, and they thanked the captain before stepping onto the pier again. Once on the pier, they walked slowly, not wanting the day to end. Street lamps lit the path, and the smell of the ocean still followed them. They passed small shops where locals sold shells and handmade jewelry. Anna bought a necklace with a tiny silver dolphin. Lucas found a carved wooden boat and decided to take it home. Diego chose a colorful postcard to remember the trip. They sat at a small cafe near the shore, ordered hot chocolate, and watched the moon rise over the water. The waves whispered softly, as if telling stories only the night could understand. Lucas raised his cup and proposed a toast. To friendship, to adventures, and to the memories we made today. The others agreed, their smiles warm in the glow of the night. And yet, as they laughed together, they knew something. The story of this day was not finished. As they left the cafe, the streets looked almost empty. A soft wind blew, carrying the scent of flowers from a nearby garden. The friends walked together. Their shadows danced under the moonlight. They passed a small park where children played earlier that day. Now, it lay silent. Only the sound of leaves moved by the wind. Anna remembered when they planned this trip weeks ago and how excited they felt. Lucas mentioned that every adventure taught them something new. Diego added that today had proved how simple moments could become great memories. They stopped near the sea wall. The water shined like liquid silver, and the stars spread across the sky. In that quiet moment, they promised each other one thing. This would not be their last adventure together. And with that promise, they turned toward the road, ready for whatever awaited them next. The night wrapped around them like a soft blanket. Every step they took back home echoed with the laughter and words they had shared. The city lights greeted them from a distance, but their hearts stayed in the magic of the day. They reached Anna's house first. She hugged them tightly and said, "Thank you for today. It gave me more than I could have imagined." Lucas and Diego smiled because they knew she was right. Before they left, they all looked at the night sky one last time. It reminded them that the world was big, full of roads to travel and dreams to chase. They walked away with hearts full, knowing that every plan, every laugh, and every shared moment had built a story they would carry forever. And so, in the quiet of the night, their friendship shone brighter than the stars. This was not just a day, it was a chapter in the epic book of their lives. If this story of friendship and dreams touched your heart, if it made you smile or remember your own special moments, please share that joy with others. Like this video, subscribe to the channel so you can enjoy more stories full of adventure, inspiration, and life lessons. Don't forget to turn on the bell so you never miss the next chapter we prepare for you. Your support helps us create more messages that reach people who, like you, believe in the power of friendship and shared dreams. Thank you for walking with us through this journey. See you in the next story, where more adventures, laughter, and unforgettable moments are waiting for you. Until next time.